Faizal, I think the world is in need of dire change. How can we go doing that?
I don't actually think, in my view, people say that the world must change. But I think that the world is perhaps in that realm, perhaps slightly non-existent in this discussion, because we all refer to the world that must change. I think that it is individuals that must change. We as individuals must change. But there is an innate problem with that. And the problem with that is that there are no longer individuals in this world. Every individual belongs to another group or some type of group. So we have lost our individualism. So if we lost our individualism and we only act as groups, then that means that change has to come in with the group. But having said that, I think that it is important that individuals start the change within themselves to bring about the change in such a group. I would rather ask Imaam, what's Imaam's advice to the world about how is it that we need to bring about that change within ourselves?
Allah says in the Quran, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله لا يغير ما بقوم حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم. Allah will not change a community unless they change that which is within themselves. So Allah speaks about a community, but this ayat is very apt as an individual. We by ourselves have to change. And because we have literally compartmentalized ourselves into different groupings, and yet our aim is to reach Allah. And how do we reach Allah? You know, when we speak about Shafi'i, Hanafi, Maliki, Hanbali, we've compartmentalized ourselves to being more Hanafi and Shafi'i than being Muslim. And Naqshbandi, Qadri, Chishti, etc. And we have compartmentalize ourselves with that as well, whilst each of that is a means of approach to Allah. For Allah says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullah wabtaghu ilayhi alwasila. O you people who believe, be conscious of Allah, fear Allah, and seek a means of approach to me. So whether you Shafi'i, Hanafi, Maliki, Hanbali, which is the aspect of Sharia, and when we speak about Naqshbandi, Qadri, etc., all the different tariqas, these are different means of approach to Allah. So you and I, we had to change that which is within ourselves, our egos. Oh, I belong to this group and that group. Our groupings have to align with the wish of Allah and not our own ego wish.
The world has to change as we see it, and we keep saying. But it is that individual change first that Imaam spoke about. But it's also the idea that we do belong into different groups and ideas and philosophies. We, as human beings, identify each other as such. But I think the time must come to an end that we discern ourselves by that only, but understand, like Imam had rightly said, that those are just the means to an end, that we all take a different path to the same road and the same end. And I think it's about all of us reaching that maturity. And once we reach that maturity, can we bring that individual change? And if we bring that individual change, can we bring a societal change?
We first have to change individually. Then we can bring about the change within our groupings. Then we can do the change collectively. And without, be human first. It's so important to be a human. We have isolated ourselves, and I think we need to change our thinking, how we see our brother and our sister, regardless of religious persuasion, because they are also human. Allah has created them. So please change for Allah's sake.